Hey everybody, welcome back to Mama Zodi Tarot. It's Mama. So, a friend of mine requested me to do a video on Leon Thomas, so I thought that we would do that. I already have some things set up here, so I have a little bit of insight, but she wanted me to do they wanted me to do the video on the future, Leon Thomas's future. So I figured, you know what, let me do it on the future, but let me not, skip out and not tell y'all a little bit about the past and currently what's going on with him. So we'll start there, and then we'll get into everything that I pulled as far as what's happening to him for his future. Definitely gonna work on the length of these videos and not making them so long, because I feel like I'll be talking in circles, because my ancestors have this thing where they like to repeat things 3 times in a row, and it kills me sometimes when I watch the videos back and I'm like, oh my God, you said that 3 times in a row. Like, they always got me saying things in threes, like Dr. Umar. But anyways, yeah, let's start with general in the past. What was going on with him in general in the past? What's going on with Leon Thomas in general in the past? Okay. The World, the 3 of Swords in reverse, 9 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords in reverse, the Tower in reverse, Queen of Cups in reverse, and Knight of Wands in reverse. So in the past, what I'm getting in general is that he was really focused on building his legacy, not getting his heart broken, focusing on, what it is that he wanted to see for his life, okay? With the World coming out, he was focused on building his legacy, following his path. He wanted to create music. He was really, really focused on making sure that he kept himself under control and kept himself in control of his life. He didn't want to fall victim to any kind of negativity. He was avoiding any kind of disaster, like, getting caught up with the powers that be. He just stayed away from things that he didn't have no business dealing with. He focused on his legacy with this 9 of Pentacles. He focused on his money, his finances, his career, his music career. He might have even overworked, with this 4 of Swords coming out in reverse. But I think it was a lot about, him not wanting to, like I said, him rejecting anything that he didn't need, especially when it came to romance, because we got the 3 of Swords in reverse, the 4 of Swords in reverse, and the Queen of Cups in reverse. So he didn't want nothing to do with, romance and, love and all of that stuff. He felt like women were, man eaters pretty much. You see how this woman is literally eating someone's brain. So he was just like, he don't want nothing to do with that. But this 9 of Wands, he was not in his passions when it came to love. He was not focused on love. He was more so focused on his creative passions. He was more focused on his abundance, his money, and if he was on TV and those kind of things, he just focused on doing his job, going to work and going home, like having fun, possibly maybe shopping, enjoying life as teenagers and young adults and things like that do, but definitely not trying to create no big waves and cause big problems and disasters for his life, okay? Definitely was experiencing a lot of good luck and good things as far as what I'm seeing with this World card, even though, like, this girl is on fire. Even though it's on fire, you see how this person is kind of like a couple is sort of underground. So like I said, that wasn't his focus. He wasn't being distracted by all of the chaos and all of the things that was happening around him. So that's what we have as far as him in the past in general. Let's see about the present in general. Just keep going here. Okay, so we got the Queen of Wands in reverse with the 9 of Cups in reverse. So again, it's the same thing about him, not wanting to get caught up with these good girls going bad types. Like, he don't want to get caught up with nobody who's trying to manipulate him, who could possibly use him, abuse him. We got the 5 of Swords with the Ace of Cups here. Yeah, he wasn't trying to be distracted. He was definitely focused on pouring into himself. He knew that, most of these women that were coming to offer him something, they were just trying to pretty much catch him. He felt like they were trying to catch him while he was down or leave him unprotected, or with this 9 of Cups in reverse. Like, he wasn't trying to be out here heartbroken. He wasn't trying to be used. He's not trying to be used financially. He's not trying to be used for, the powers that be agenda. like, he's not letting no woman or no love or any type of vices get at him to where he's messing up. Yeah, with the Strength card, he is very, very strong. He's very, very focused in the present. Like, ooh, with this 10 of Pentacles and the Chariot in reverse, like, he's Listen, he is not backing down. With this Chariot in reverse, that's what I'm picking up on. He is not backing down. He is not falling victim to the powers that be. With this Ten of Pentacles and the Chariot in reverse, money is not going to be the reason why he falls, right? He is not a slave to money. He is not a slave to his career. He is not a slave to his finances. He's not a slave to anything that is basically low vibrational. Because what is money? Money is really nothing if you really know, but that's a conversation for another video. But he's not worried about things that he know in the long run is not going to matter with this Ten of Pentacles. He's more focused on generational healing and wealth and creating a legacy for his children and his grandchildren and things like that. And so he's not going to let anyone take that from him. He's not going to let anyone take him off of his square. Okay, I just heard integrity, so he's not going to let anyone mess with his integrity and his focus and his beliefs. All right, so he's not going to let anyone poison him or have him involved in anything that he shouldn't be, which is interesting because of these cards that came out. But like I said, we'll get to that in a second. All right, now let's just see about love in the past, because I have that for the text. Love in the past and in the current. Love in the past and in the current for Lady Thomas. Alright, in the past. Okay, Ten of Cups, Five of Wands in reverse, Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Cups in reverse. Okay, Five of Pentacles. Okay, so what I'm getting is that he's the type of person, I can tell you already initially, that gets very, very wrapped up, okay, in himself and working hard. All right, he don't have time for any distractions when it comes to love. Like, he is a hard worker with this Eight of Pentacles. He's doing what he needs to do. This Five of Wands in reverse, he's not trying to be in competition with nobody. He's not trying to be put in no third party situations. He's not trying to have women fighting over him, and he's not into those type of dynamics. I don't know if this is something he's dealt with in the past with this Five of Wands in reverse, women fighting over him or arguing or not being able to choose, or being in like a on and off, just giving me like an on and off relationship with a person that he could have had, and he felt like, this always leaves him out in the cold. It definitely gives lover boy vibes where, he gets into these relationships with people and it gets real toxic. Listen, we got the Page of Pentacles. It's like he can only get but so far when he's dealing with these people, like as far as his life and as far as what's moving forward. The Wheel of Fortune is like he gets all wrapped up into these women. You see, it's like this wheel. I'm just imagining him like, spinning on that wheel where he becomes really, really wrapped up in this women. Didn't I say something about a man eater? This card, I love this zombie tarot deck. It's amazing. But anyways, in the past, when it comes to love, he was definitely dealing with a woman that he felt like was his everything. He was working hard, and like I said, he had an on and off relationship with this woman, and he realized that when he deals with her, a lot of times he's not focused, and he can only get so far with what he's doing. He feels held back when it comes to his financial situation, his career. He gets so swept up in this relationship and in this love that he can't even focus on what he's supposed to be doing. Like, he gets distracted with this target here. It's like he loses focus when he's in relationships. So that's what love is for him in the past. Let's see in the present. It's a lot about him being very, very focused on his career. Is this man an earth sign? I don't know. In the present, we got Temperance, Knight of Swords. Yeah, he got his head screwed on straight now. He's being real patient, not impulsive. He's not trying to mix. Listen, he's not trying to mix blood. He's not trying to swap, spit, nothing of the sort. He's not trying to carry no burdens with this King of Wands coming out in reverse. Oh, I thought that was the Ten of Wands. That's the Two of Wands. He's just so far off from love. Like, that's not the focus for him right now. He's not in his passions. This King of Wands in reverse. Like, he's not. He got his head screwed on straight. He's focused on dominating as far as his career, his legacy, the things that he wants to do. He's really, really focused. Because like I said, as we saw in the past, he tends to get swept up. So he knows that he has to stay clear. He can't be in the energy of confusion with this Knight of Swords. He has to keep his mind clear, his mission clear, his agenda clear in order for him to even make progress. All right. And then we got the Seven of Pentacles in reverse with the Hangman and the Six of Pentacles. So Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Like I said, it's like mind control with these women. He gets distracted. You see how this person is like, their head is being studied. Like, he gets so wrapped up in it that he almost can't even, understand. But I'm seeing that, with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, he might be currently, doing some sort of healing, some sort of therapy, definitely surrendering with this hangman and trying to get control of those impulses when it comes to love, and you know how much he gives and takes with the Six of Pentacles, what and who he chooses to give his energy to, not allowing himself to, you know, just be manipulative. You see how that person is dangling meat in front of him, just not, you know, allowing, you know, whatever people dangle in front of him as far as women. And you know, listen, what I just heard, listen, he like a voluptuous body, okay? But either way, point is, he tries to stay focused and not allow himself to get distracted by things that, you know, he shouldn't be focused on. And he's really focusing on surrendering to doing the healing work and figuring out, you know, doing the introspection and figuring out why it is that he often ends up in these situations where he's clouded and his judgment is clouded and he's in his passions and he's just so focused on, you know, giving, and he's not focusing on his career. He sort of loses himself in these relationships. So he's sort of in the energy of just being patient with his temperance. Like, he's waiting on the right one. He's not forcing it. Like, he knows that, you know, there's possibly somebody out there for him. But whoever this person is, like I said, I sense a person that he's in an on and off relationship with, because I'm hearing what's that song by Ashanti? Let me say. What's that song? Break Up to Make Up. That's what it is. So yeah. Didn't I say he didn't want to get, look, didn't I say I thought I saw the Ten of Wands here, but it was the what was it? It was the Two of Wands. Look, the Ten of Wands is on the bottom of the deck in reverse. He is not trying to release his control over his life and end up in a situation where he's stuck with somebody that he, you know, is done overcommitted himself to, and now he's carrying all these burdens. He's going through stress, anxiety over a person, and he's not seeing the energy reciprocated, and he's not getting exactly what he wants. So, and he's, you know, again, distracted and not focused. So that's what we have as far as love. And then lastly, let's look into his music career. Okay, and let's see how is he feeling in the past and in the present in regards to his music career. What are we seeing in the music department? Okay, you want to fall off? Go ahead. What's that one to fall off? Let's see. Eight of Swords in reverse. Okay, so in the past, he felt limited as far as what it is that he could do. Give me more. Seven of Wands, the Sun, Justice in reverse, Magician in reverse, Two of Cups in reverse, and the Ace of Wands. So I feel like in the past he preferred being out of the spotlight, okay, with this Seven of Wands and the Sun and Justice in reverse. He kind of had issues. He wasn't sure how he felt about the spotlight, and you know, all eyes on me with this Seven of Wands. You see how this person like got their hands up, and it's like, oh, look at me. So he's kind of like, you know, not wanting to pretty much take on all of the, you know, the stresses. He felt like he was, you know, holding himself back. Put it like this with this Eight of Swords in reverse. See how this person is like holding everything. He felt like he was holding himself back when it came to his career, because he had a fear of being in the spotlight and being treated unfairly or being judged unfairly, or people not liking his music or not liking what he created with this Magician in reverse. He definitely judged his creations harshly and felt like it wasn't going to be viewed in a good light with this Sun. He definitely, you know, it's like helicopter mode. He was really always in this helicopter mode when it came to his finances. He was always what is the word, like overseeing. I'm sorry, it took me a while to get there, but he was overseeing and then over micromanaging is what I want to say when it came to his music and his career, and you know how he was viewed. And so because he was afraid of that and he was too worried about that, that's what stopped him from really pouring as much of it into it as he could, because of fear of judgment and fear of people judging his creations and not wanting to work with him with this Two of Cups. You know, people not loving it, people not seeing it as good, people not wanting to work with him and do partnerships. This could have been an issue in the past, being afraid of, you know, working with certain people and having difference of opinion or difference of ideas, creative differences with this Two of Cups in reverse with the Ace of Wands. So yeah, I think in the past he was more like focused on I don't know, he was holding himself back, like I said, and he was more focused on keeping his best work, I feel like, is what he kept to himself. He kept his best creations and things to himself for fear of people not seeing it the way he wanted it to be viewed, or not getting the message to come across, or possibly not having the right outlet for it to come out in the way that he wanted it to. Whatever was holding him back, there was definitely something holding him back from being in the spotlight and bringing his music and what it is that he was creating to the forefront. So that's what I have as far as the past with his music career. It was something about not wanting to surrender and limiting himself and holding himself back for sure. In the present, all right, we got the Lovers in reverse, the Ten of Wands in reverse. Oh yeah, he was distracted. That's making sense. The Three of Wands in reverse and the Four of Cups in reverse. So yeah, he's pretty much, as far as his music career, I feel like things are looking good, okay? But people are trying to make their way in. And that's what the concern is. Yeah. That's exactly what I'm seeing here. Okay, so yep, and we got the King of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. So you see how this person is literally chained to this chair or trapped to this chair, and is saying caution, danger. So this is what he's noticing, that danger is lurking, all right, and that he has to protect himself, that he has to be cautious of people trying to hold him down when it comes to his financial situation. That goes for lovers, okay? With the Lovers coming out in reverse, he knows that he can't allow love and relationships to distract him. But also this goes for partnerships, okay? Any kind of creative partnerships, or things that he may take up on. That's business wise, that's financial wise. He's not trying to put himself in a situation where he is losing, all right? With this Ten of Wands in reverse, he's not trying to take no L's, and he knows that if he gets himself intertwined with certain people and certain things, then he would be losing, okay? He's not trying to have them barge in. You see this on his Three of Wands card, there's like people coming in and boning it. Yeah, all right? He know people trying to come in and listen, locked up, it won't let me out. He's trying to make sure that he don't end up in a situation where, you know, the powers that be are attacking him and, you know, got him trapped in a situation where he's, you know, they puppet, literally, and he's out here, you know, promoting their message for the masses. You see how this person is playing the piano? Like, he's not trying to have nobody come in and mess with his own expression, his own creative freedom, his music and things like that. He don't want anyone else deciding his fate. All right, with this Four of Cups in reverse, he's trying to make sure he stay away from any type of influence. He's not trying to let anyone coddle up and get close to him and, you know, get any leverage on him. That's what I'm picking up on with this Four of Cups in reverse. Yeah, this person is like comfortably laying down on that woman's chest. Yeah, he's not trying to have anyone come in and abuse him and get any information to use against him. He's definitely protecting himself. He's protecting his creations with this Empress. All right, he's not listen, he's definitely trying to protect his mother, okay? He's definitely taking in the advice and listening to his mother. He's keeping his mother close at this time. With this Queen of Swords in reverse, he is not trying to miss a word or a beat that she has said. He's thinking it's so crazy, because when I pulled the cards, I literally heard a voice in my head say the industry is different when you confirmation with my phone going off. Literally. I called it before my phone even went off. Anyways, he's listening to his mother, the teachings of his mother, and he understands that she was protecting him from a lot. There was a lot that he didn't see and know about that he was protected from. And now that he sees that she was never lying with this Queen of Swords in reverse, everything that she said was true, he sees that his mother was protecting him from a lot. So I heard that in my shuffle. I heard somebody literally say, it's a different ballgame when you don't have your parents to protect you in the industry, right? When you don't have your mother, when you don't have that protection. So his mother definitely offered him good advice, knowledge, and protection with this Queen of Swords in reverse, and he wants to make sure that he listens to her teachings. And he always protects himself, and he don't allow his his creative endeavors, his music, his career to stop him from listening to his guidance and leave him in a situation where he's confused and he's not following his first mind and making the right decisions. Okay, he's not trying to make a wrong move. He's not trying to have himself tied down. All right, with this Two of Pentacles, he's not trying to have be juggling with his finances, be chained down and tied down. Do you see how this man literally has someone else controlling him? So he's not trying to be controlled, literally, like figuratively, financially, emotionally. He's not trying to get taken advantage of in any aspect when it comes to his music career. So that's what I have as far as the past and the present, y'all. That was tea. Ooh, let's see where we at. We 18 minutes. Okay, we doing good on time. So let's get into the future. What I was saying about the future, y'all. All right, I already pulled some cards on this. So starting with ancestral guidance, what the ancestors want to say. Okay, we have Lighthouse, Boy, and Poison. So this is exactly what I was saying. He's being watched. Eyes are on him, all right? The powers that be, with this dragon here, right? This is all about power and strength. The powers that be, they're definitely watching him. They got their eyes on him, all right? And they're trying to corrupt him with this poison. They want to corrupt Leon Thomas for sure, and he's going to have to remain very, very strong and disciplined in the situation to ensure that he doesn't get caught up, all right, with anybody that he doesn't want to be. But they definitely are watching him. They got their eyes on him, all right? With this Lighthouse, they got their eyes on him. They seeing him as special. With this Boy, they're seeing him as golden. Okay, this is what I'm getting from that golden child. They see him as somebody golden, and they definitely want to corrupt him. He's going to have to remain strong in the energy, and they're definitely hoping to leave him unprotected with this dove here. They might possibly try to do it through a friend. I can't make it up with this candle in reverse. They want him to be on the dark side, all right? They don't want him on the light side. They want him on the dark side. I can't make it up with the red boots, literally right behind that. They wanted him making not a right step, but a left step, all right? And a step downstairs, not upstairs, but downstairs. They want him going towards negativity, and they definitely want, they're watching him, okay? Yeah, listen, with this volcano, they want to corrupt him. They want to, create some storms and create some problems and some issues for his life, okay? With the foot, I can't make it up. Bro, I cannot make it up with this stick. With the stick, this is about discipline. All right, this is about not in a lot. This is about going by the book. You see this book? He is trying to do everything by the book and stay true to his teachings. All right, I'm getting Bible here. He's trying to stay dedicated and focused, and stay in divine energy. He's not trying to see nothing negative erupt from him. He's not trying to take no negative steps with this foot and volcano. All right, this is giving me landmine. All right, he knows that he has to be careful. All right, wrong step. When they say the floor is lava, the floor is lava. Yeah, the floor is lava, but this stick here is sticking heavy on me because this is about discipline. This is about not turning your foot towards anything that doesn't belong. I have to read this to y'all. I can't make it up. What's 25 in because branching out on your own may be a representation of power or abuse. Exactly. So he's not trying to deal with any sort of abuse or power. He's definitely thinking about working on his own and avoiding whatever he can with this foot and stick. He's making sure that he takes care of his life and his finances and his music career. So that is what I'm seeing as far as his future. He's going to be definitely doing things by the book. He's going to be staying in divine order. He is not going to be turning his foot towards anything that he shouldn't be. Yeah, he's not going to be listening to whoever this woman is that they might possibly be sending towards him. They always send a woman. It's the same old thing. I don't know if this is, like I said, the woman that he was having an on and off relationship with, break up to make up with. But whoever this girl is, he's not going to be listening to her anymore with this ear coming out. And he's definitely going to be doing things by the book. He's not going to allow himself to fall into any negativity, all right, and leave himself unprotected with this ankh in reverse, all right. He look at my ankh. But yeah, he want to keep himself protected, and he is not trying to do anything that he don't have no business doing, all right. That's what I'm saying. So that's, like I said, we're talking about the future. So he's not going to be having any new beginnings with anybody that he don't belong with this fetus in reverse and mirror. He's not going to be seeing people the same or mirroring things. He's not going to be making no new beginnings with anybody from his past, any kind of narcissist, anybody who he knows that he can't trust, all right. It's somebody very sneaky with this. They trying to be very, very sneaky with it, with this cat in reverse. They're trying to move in silence, all right. Be very sneaky in his energy because they do see him as a diamond, all right. They do see that he is shining, that he is a diamond in the rough, basically, and they want to abuse him, all right. They can see this. I can't make it up with this orbiculum and hat coming out in reverse. This is something that they know about him. They want to know more. They want to know how much he knows, all right. They want to know if he wants to know. He don't want to know. He don't want to know, but he's definitely being watched with this crow here because he is being seen as gifted. All right, he is being seen as gifted with this crow and ribbon. Okay, he's being watched because of his gifts. All right, and they definitely want to know if he's going to join them in whatever this nonsense culty BS stuff that they want him involved in, and he is going to be saying no. All right, he's going to be saying no to the offer with this comment in reverse. He's like, no, I didn't wish upon no star for this. I don't care about no music career. I don't care about being famous. I don't care about all that stuff. I care about ascending. All right. With this arrow, I care about my evolution. I care about being right with the big guy, with the Most High when my last day comes. Oh my God, I can't make it up. I cannot make it up with devil, wall, and wish. He is blocking the devil from getting his wish. The devil is not going to be getting his wish. This is freaking crazy. He's not joining this call. He's not involved in none of this. He's not getting involved with this blood, with the bloodline here. All right, with this house star and dagger in reverse. He's not joining the bloodline. He will not be joining. Oh, you want to join Eyes Wide Shut crew and you can ascend high and we can make you a star and we can do. He's like, no, I don't want none of it. I'm good. He's not trying to make no bad decisions with this herb in reverse. He's trying to focus on making healthy choices. And as I said, the devil will not get his wish. Okay. Listen, I hope that y'all can see that. I'm gonna have to put this might have to be the thumbnail because this is crazy. He is blocking the devil from getting his wish. That's what I'm seeing here. All right, so let's get into it as far as his personal general as far as the future. We got at days and rest. So he's definitely going to be focusing on resting his mind, body, connecting with spirit. Okay, I'm seeing throat chakra in reverse. So I don't know about the music, y'all. I'm gonna be honest. He might be putting that to rest, all right, because he's not trying to have himself intertwined and involved with nothing that he don't have no business with. Okay, I'm seeing nature spirits. So he's gonna be out being a hippie. All right, he's gonna be out in nature, connected with nature. Connecting with his guides, connecting with his ancestors, meditating, being a shaman. That's what this is giving me. All right, I'm seeing Archangel Michael in reverse. He is protected, all right, and once he understands, and he understands this, he's not going to want to mess with his protection, all right. It says, I'm grateful for the strength and courage Archangel Michael brings to my life. He's not willing to gamble with that. He's not willing to gamble with his strength and courage, all right, and his protection. He knows that he is of the divine and of the light, and he's not going to be willing to deal with that. So he will be transformed into a healer with transformation and the healer coming out, and he will be focused on his shamanistic and healing work, all right. He's somebody that you can reach out to, I see, as far as healing and things like that. But outside of that, I'm not seeing that he's going to be connecting with humanity as far as his music. Okay, I'm seeing integration and root chakra coming out in reverse. So I can't make it up with third eye chakra behind that. He's going to be focused on his intuition, his third eye chakra. It says, I see the wisdom of my higher self and apply this wisdom to my life. That's what he's going to be focused on doing. Things that you do with your third eye, okay? Seeing, being a seer. With integration and sacral chakra coming out in reverse, he's not integrating his passions. He's not doing anything involving his passions, and I believe that includes music. But this is just for general, but that's what I got, y'all. He's focused on his third eye, and he's not going to be in his passions at all. All right, we had love next, so let's go into love. I'm seeing moving on in reverse, bondage and change. So with this moving on in reverse, this is giving me that he's not going to be moving forward with somebody who he used to be. Like I said, bondage and change. There's something that it was on and off with this change. That's what it's giving me. This on again, off again relationship. This breakup to makeup that he was chained to, he was bound to with this bondage. He was stuck in that. He couldn't get out of this situation, this on and off situation. But he will not be moving forward with that. He sees that this person is not his soulmate, with soulmate coming out in reverse, and that this person is not of the divine and is not protected, and stops him from being his most divine self. He's not able to see. That's what I'm getting. He's not able to be his most divine self and get his downloads and his messages. He's not in his priest energy when he is with whoever this woman was, so he's not going to be moving forward with her. All right, I'm seeing actual money with single, sexy, and successful with protection. So he's going to be protecting his finances and staying away from third-party situations. I don't know if he's going to, just be like a single bachelor, or if he's not going to be dealing with women at all. But I am seeing with the priest coming out here, he's going to be focused on his shamanistic and his healing journey. All right, he's going to definitely be protecting his energy, protecting his money, protecting his success. All right, that's what I see. He's not allowing himself to go into any third-party situations that might be attacking his finances, or mess with his career or his money, or create any kind of endings for him. Yeah, listen, or might destroy his work and his efforts and everything like that. He's not doing any of that. He's focused on dealing with his ancestors. All right, with his work, labors, and efforts. And behind that, I have manifestation in reverse with the ancestors. So what I'm getting from this is that he is going to be focused on his spirituality. He's focusing on his ancestors. He's focusing on his meditation, his healing, his shamanistic ways. Like I said, this work, as far as career, as far as music career, it's and love and all of these things, that's not going to be necessarily his focus. All right, I am seeing that he's going to be focused on bringing clarity to himself after his gift being pretty much taken from him with this false narrative. It's given that he dealt with a lot of people that told him a lot of lies about who he was, and had his energy clouded. And now that the judgment has been called on the situation with this courthouse in reverse, he's not going to be going towards any type of situation that's going to be unfair towards him or stop him from shining and sharing his gift. Right, he's definitely unbothered when it comes towards the energy of women. All right, he's unbothered towards that. Yeah, he's definitely shocked with this surprise and love spell in reverse, that someone was even able to get into his energy, but he's not trying to experience these surprises or these shocks anymore, when it comes to women trying to siphon off of him or make money off of him or get rich off of him with this rich girl. All right, yeah, he's not going to be accepting no love offers from anybody, that probably to anybody. Like, I don't know, it's just not given that, but things will change. Energies can always change as we go into the future, but that's what I'm seeing as far as love. Let's lastly talk about his music career, and that's how we'll close it out. All right, so we got Influencer wannabe in reverse, gym rat in reverse, and mansplainer extraordinaire in reverse. This had me cracking up, y'all. Because when I say, he said, I don't want nothing to do with the spotlight. I'm not trying to focus on my career no more, and I don't have to explain nothing to nobody. He literally said, I'm not trying to be, no spokesperson. I'm not trying to be a loudspeaker. You're not about to use me. Okay, listen, he know that everything come with a price with this impulse buyer in reverse, and he's not trying to pay that price. He's not trying to sacrifice who he is with this Netflix and chill in reverse. He's not trying to sacrifice his peace. That's what I'm getting from this. He's not willing to, this will come at a price of his peace, and he's not going to be in the future going towards anything that forces him to sacrifice his peace. All right, he is going to be surfing and riding the waves, enjoying life. All right, with this deadline surfer, just enjoying the ebbs and flows. All right, whenever he chooses to do stuff, then he will, but he's not doing anything that he don't want to do. All right, that's the point. You're not getting him to do nothing that he do not want to do. Okay, he's not going to be overly focused on his career with this gym rat in reverse. He's not going to be overworking himself like he has in the past. He don't care about being an influence. He don't care about being in the spotlight, and he feel like he don't owe nobody an explanation for that, because again, he's not trying to be nobody's loudspeaker. He's not the representative because they want him to be a representative for something negative. All right, we're purposely not going into that energy because I don't want to, but he's not trying to be involved with no drama. All right, he's minding his business. He's staying away from drama with this drama queen. He's staying away from women that involve drama, situations, the powers that be, all of that stuff. All right, with this Zoom meeting survivor in reverse, he's like, I don't care about working for these people and working for the man and being a siphoning off of the masses and doing whatever y'all have planned out for me. Whatever y'all want me to do and represent for y'all in the community, I have no business with it, and I'm not doing it, and I don't want nothing to do with it. All right, he don't care about the money. Okay, with this retail therapy guru, he don't care about whatever perks that it comes with. Is what I'm getting. He perks. He's like, I don't give about no perks. All right, I'm not doing anything that's gonna have my mind and my head all wrapped up. Okay, with this yoga pretzel in reverse, that's gonna have me out of whack. That's gonna have me, possibly confused, in psychosis, whatever the situation may be. All right, he's getting back to the basics with this grill master. That's what he's saying. I'm focusing on getting back to the basics. And if he does do anything when it comes to some sort of music, it will definitely be in the background under an anonymous name where nobody knows. Okay, he's not trying to hear from nobody or talk to nobody or be nobody's biggest star next. How I did the video on who's gonna be the next megastar. He has no interest in doing that with this inbox zero hero reverse. He has no interest in that. All right, so that's what I see as far as Leon Thomas's future. He's definitely focused on keeping himself away from anything. You see, look at this: one black shoe, one red shoe. Awkward dancer. He like, nah, I'm not. Didn't I say right foot is good and left foot is bad? He ain't trying to take that right shoe and go towards the devil. He don't want nothing to do with it. All right, so thank God for that. All right, so that's what I have. Love you guys. I will see you later. I gotta go sage.